Hi, my name is Francis Haberdashery. I'm a philosopher at large, and today's video is on Australia Day and my abhorrence to nationalism. The continent that's called Australia is a landmass in the southern hemisphere of Earth, east of Africa, west of New Zealand. Moreover, the continent of Australia has been here for hundreds of millions of years. It also has had indigenous peoples living here for tens of thousands of years. Before a sailboat called the Endeavour, captained by James Cook, landed and claimed the land as British. This occurred in 1770. Big deal. So fucking what? If it wasn't to be looked by Cook, be some other European crittendom. Some 18 years later, on the January the 26th, 1788, Captain Arthur Phillips guided a fleet of 11 British ships containing convicts to the colony of New South Wales, effectively founding what is known today as Australia. Incidentally, for some, Australia Day is also referred to as Invasion Day or Survival Day by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. Yes, you may ask yourself, I am white, but I'm no more European than anyone else with claims of ancestry of thousands of years. That's a big statement. I got in an argument with a friend about my ancestry, and what I can gather, my DNA is a mixture of lowlands of Belgium, Scandinavia, English, Scottish and Irish heritage. So, where do I go back, if sent back to Europe? The facts: I'm an Australian. The last known person of European descent in my family born there was my great-grandmother, who came from the Salisbury Plain in England. I'm Australian, white by colour, a description I also dislike. I'm a human being. Besides the descriptive narrative everybody is hoodwinked into, I detest the nationalism of Australia today. For some, yes, they've done very well here. Others have been given the short end of the stick. One should not have a black armband of history, says a lot of people who weren't on the receiving end of government policies whose goals were annihilation of a race. Not just for a year or two, but centuries, starting from 1788 and still occurring today. There's experts in the fields who can provide stats as the woeful neglect governments are still perpetrating. They can argue they're not. Evidence suggests they are. I'm not going to air the litany of injustices our Indigenous people have endured and continue to but as a show of kinship and solidarity with them. January this 26th, Australia Day, can kiss my ass. Now I'm just going to have a Captain Morgan run. I will be working on that day. It's like any other day, till it represents the whole of its people, not just parts that are accepted. What day that could become is beyond my powers, as I'm not interested in a day that would celebrate nationalism anyway. Nationalism is, in my speculative opinion, as dirty a word as war is. Nationalism has caused untold